to Spotlight on Giving, where we shine the spotlight brightly on nonprofit organizations and people that are making a difference in the world. And I am here with Fran Hauser. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the time.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
We're here at the Gotta Love Girls Girl Be Heard Gala, where Fran is being honored as a Fairy Godmother. What does that award mean to you?
Oh, you know what? It means so much. I love these girls. I love the fact that they're storytellers and that they have the courage to get up on stage and share their stories. So having this award come from them just means so much to me. It's amazing.
And what in your experience leads you to this cause? Why did this cause mean so much to you?
I think the reason why I was so drawn to it is that I know girls, when they're younger, they tend to lose their voice. It's a very common thing. It happens around the age of 8 or 9, where you kind of just want to blend in, you want to be like everybody else. And I felt like this was such an incredible way to get girls to share what's on their mind and kind of what they're worried about, but in a really super creative way. So it's just something that I'm super passionate about. I do a lot of women's advocacy. I'm a feminist. I do a lot of mentoring. So this is very much in line with my personal passions and what I believe in.
And Spotlight on Giving is all about those in the spotlight, which is you today. You're the honored guest, spotlighted guest, shining your spotlight on the cause of girls finding their voice and wonderful nonprofits such as Girl Be Heard. Why do you think that's important? Why should those in the spotlight use it for good and social media?
Anyone who has an opportunity to tell a story and to share their story, they should. I think it's almost like an obligation. You know, my friend Dale Haddon always says we don't live rent-free on this earth. You know, we all have an obligation to do good and to give back. And I very much believe in that. And I think that every single girl that's a part of this theater company is doing that in their own way.
And do you think your position as a mother helps with that advocacy as well?
Absolutely. And I don't have girls. I have 2 little boys. But, you know, just knowing how much I care about them and how much I care about my nephews and my nieces, and wanting there to be just a great place for them to be who they want to be and be comfortable with who they want to be when they get older, I think is really important to me.
Getting them out of that selfie phase and into that selfless phase.
Yes, absolutely. And right, we always do, like, even with their piggy bank, you know, it's like, this is how much you save, this is how much you spend, this is how much you give. I love it because from a very young age, it gets children thinking about not just spending and saving for college, but also what's the amount that they are going to give to people that aren't as fortunate as they are.
I love that. That's great. What advice do you give? You have such a beautiful voice yourself, such a large spotlight to share. What advice do you give to other girls that are trying to find their voice?
You know, I really the advice that I would give is to be authentic to who you are, and to really speak from the heart and from the soul. And sometimes that means you have to ignore your ego a little bit, but really find what's important to you. And don't be afraid. You know, always think about, like, what's the worst thing that can happen if I share this story? And it's probably not that bad, you know? You might be a little embarrassed if it doesn't go well, but it's worth the risk.
And as an investor, you're an investor, an angel investor, and a venture capitalist. You know, it's not always about the money that we can donate, right? What about the skills, the talents, and gifts to give back? What about that? Can you talk about that for a moment?
Yeah, well, you know, it's interesting. I'm an investor, but I'm also an advisor. So I do a lot of advising of companies where I may not put in money, but I help them think through strategy. I help them find the right talent. And I get so much joy out of that. I also get a lot of joy out of mentoring younger women. You know, I spend a lot of time with women who are trying to figure out their path. What do they want to do? Do they want to go the corporate path? Do they want to be an entrepreneur? Do they want to go down the nonprofit path, which I think is an incredible choice, you know, for the right person, right? So I try, when I'm talking to young women, I really try to sort of broaden the way that they look at their potential and their opportunities, to not just think about corporate, but to also think about social impact.
I love that. Social impact, how they can give back, right? What they can do to make a difference in the world. Well, you're definitely making a difference in the world, and thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh.
Thank you.
Girl Be Heard. Check out Girl Be Heard at girlbeheard.org, and we'll be right back with the Girl Be Heard Gala. So what do we think of our fairy godmother here?
Oh, she's the best. We love her. She is the best. The best.
She is 1 in a billion. There's nobody like her.
We love her, and we're so proud.
Love her so much. She's amazing. She's an inspiration to us all.
And how about you? How do you feel with this big surprise?
Now I understand why we need a table. Like, these are the most important people in my life, not including my husband and my kids. But, I mean, this is it. This is my family, so it's amazing.
What does it mean to you as parents to have Holly find her voice through this organization?
Oh, well, we're so proud of her. I think that what she writes is beautiful, and it comes from the heart, and she's learned to be confident and to be a mentor, and we're just so pleased.
And how about you? What does it mean to you?
Well, I think that Girl Be Heard's been able to provide her certain things that she's needed throughout her development as a young woman. And I think at this point in time, she's willing to and able to give back to the program, the organization, and young girls who might need that support as well. So we're so proud of her.
She's written songs for Lin-Manuel Miranda. You must be so incredibly proud of her. I'm proud of her, and I'm not her parents, so you just must be beaming.
We are. It was really fun because we got to watch her sing the Hamilton song that she's going to sing tonight to Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he had tears in his eyes, and so did we. So
it feels incredible. I mean, I never would have imagined myself here today and that I've done all these things that I've done when I joined Girl Be Heard. I, in a great way, I had no idea what I was getting into. And Girl Be Heard has been such a great outlet for me. And like my parents said, like, I've developed such confidence in myself that I really needed growing up. And I've developed such an incredible support network in all the girls and Jess, the CEO. And I've also gained really incredible and important writing skills that are even like, I'm applying to college and my college essay, like all the writing tips that I'm using, I've learned from writing pieces and the writing workshops with Girl Be Heard. And so kind of Girl Be Heard spills into every aspect of my life.
And I'm here with two of the stars of Girl Be Heard. How are you guys tonight?
I feel amazing. I love the energy in the room. I'm so happy to be here. This is my third gala. It's our third one, yeah.
And how about you?
Also, I've been to a couple of galas. I feel ready. My nails are painted in silver. I'm like, this is going to be amazing. I got the muscles of an ancient Greek goddess, Aphrodite, holding up my trident. Baby, it's a privilege to be the antithesis. I'm defining what a woman is and holding what my image is. Yeah.
Yes, amazing, awesome. How long have you been involved with Girl Be Heard?
I've been involved for about 10 years since they performed at the UN, and there are some incredible performers. There's one person who graduated a while back, Dominique Fishback, who has since gone on to be in television series and films and so on. And she developed her talent here.
Tonight is where we will shower our Fairy Godmothers with Girl Be Heard love. Now, our first honoree, Danai, has been a supporter of ours for many years and has asked our youngest company members to accept on her behalf. Please join me in welcoming our newest members of Girl Be Heard, our 2016 to 2017 Sunday workshop participants, to the stage. Now, since our companies performed at the Global Summit to End Sexual Violence in Conflict Zones in London, Danai has appreciated and loved our work. She's been an inspiring and beloved member of the Girl Be Heard family. As an actor, playwright, and activist who uses art to raise awareness of social issues, she's a stunning example and guiding light for the young girls everywhere, especially to our Girl Be Heard community members. So I think we have a little sign, yes. So we're sorry that she's not here, but we are sending our love. Thank you so much.
This is a very special award. It's been given to a Nobel laureate. It's been given to Lin-Manuel. It's been given to the first female premier of Bermuda. And it is very fitting that we are laying the groundwork for this year for Fran to receive it. Fran's actually spent time with our company members. She's a mentor to our company members, so I'm going to say a little bit about her, but first I'm going to let Makai speak a little bit about Fran.
Fran Hauser, you are a true inspiration to women and girls all around the world. You help to show us that we can be our own boss and that we don't need a man or someone else to, stand up to and look up to. I appreciate you for giving us words of wisdom on how you grew up being a girl and learning how to speak English in kindergarten. That's amazing. And to just come from that and be an entrepreneur, a mentor to us and to all the girls, thank you so much for teaching us that we don't need to, have people say no to us all the time. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
So before we anoint you with your magic wand, which was handmade by one of the incredible artists in our community, I just want to add, Fran, I can't begin to tell you how much you've meant to me personally. You've been a mentor to me personally. The fact that you give up your time also to mentor our girls is kind of really beyond our wildest dreams. Obviously, most people know Fran's accomplishments. She, at a very young age, made her mark as an incredible media mogul. Broke so many glass ceilings for women. But beyond that, a lot of people could have been very successful and gone on and retired and decided they're just going to relax for the rest of their life. But instead, you've committed your life to investing in women and girls. There is no one more grateful than Girl Be Heard to have you in our community. And I hope you will come up and accept the honor of Fairy Godmother for Girl Be Heard.
I can't express to all of you enough how touched I am by this. Jessica, when I see the work that she does, it's so incredible and it's so moving and it's literally like 24/7 for her. So coming from you, this is amazing. I didn't tell my family about this award. Jessica did. So I got here and they were all here. And which is just completely overwhelming, including my best friend from high school, who I haven't seen in a few years. So I want to thank Jessica for everything she does. I also want to celebrate these amazing girls. I have to say, it took me so many years to find my voice. And I think some of that had to do with the fact that I didn't speak English until I was in first grade, and some of it had to do with the fact that I was just always very introverted and a little bit more shy. And so when I see these girls who have these incredible stories to tell, and they actually write the words, and they perform the words, and they do it on stage, and they do it in such a vulnerable and generous way, it's just amazing. I'm so proud of all of you. And I'm so proud to be a fairy godmother. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to all my family and my friends who are all sitting here. I love seeing all of you. I love it. And the last thing I will say is, when I met with the girls a couple of weeks ago, they interviewed me, and we talked about women supporting each other, and we talked about coming from a place of abundance as opposed to a place of scarcity. And really what I mean by that is thinking about my career and thinking about, if another woman is successful, it doesn't mean that I need to fail. We can all be successful. We can all lift each other up. And I think that's what these girls do. They share the stage with one another. They support one another. So thank you all for coming. I love this organization. Please continue to support it. And it's incredible work. It's so important. Thank you.
This song is called The Future is Female. It was inspired by MIA's drummer, Madam Gandhi, who is an amazing activist, and all of the women and men who are here today celebrating women's rights.
One time for the girls, love yourself 'cause you're worth it. Two times for the girls, It's your show, pull the curtain, curtain, curtain.
Muscles of an ancient Greek goddess. Aristotle, baby, here's my trident. It's a privilege to be the antithesis, defining what a woman is and what my image is. See, S is on my chest because it symbolizes queen. Me, I balance chi, the primordial being. We fight the bigotry with a high self-esteem because, baby, we can run it. CEOs of the team. See, we're cultivating, saving, and investing all our green in our dreams. Like Neruda, that's Pablo. Free like I'm free, like I'm Frida. That's Carlo. That's Carlo.
One time for the girls. Love yourself cause you're worth it. Two times for the girls. It's your show, pull the curtain, curtain, curtain.
Me, I made a promise to myself and my mother to never sit on the couch and play like I'm catatonic. I promised that I'd invest and build up my profit in myself through myself and my own economics. See, I have to build up my brain, my hippocampus and my conscience, cause power is knowledge. And yeah, me, I'll never ever internalize what isn't mine. Baby, I rise, you rise, we rise, we rise, we rise, we rise. Baby, I rise, you rise, we rise, we rise, we rise, we rise, we rise.
One time for the girls. Love yourself cause you're worth it. Two times for the girls. It's your show, pull the curtain, curtain, curtain. One time for the girls. Love yourself cause you're worth it. Two times for the girls. It's your show, pull the curtain, curtain, curtain.
Okay, this piece is very special. It was written by Halle Paredes for Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he's amazing, and so is she.
Hamilton colored the stage, lit it up, painted by both the bleached canvas. Lynn created a blaze, started his path, headed towards the red carpet. Brought race and immigration to center stage, told the nation's story through the eyes of today. Educated, inspired a million brains, Lynn's masterpiece portrayed reality. The opportunity of the greatest city in the world brought ingenuity to the forward thinkers in our history. Both picked up a book, started writing, started from the bottom, built their way to the top. They took their shots, rose up, give what they got, changed the lives of all those around them. Immigrants, we get the job done. The opportunity of the greatest city in the world brought ingenuity to the forward thinkers in our history.
The average woman spends 21 minutes every single day body shaming herself. It's like almost 3 hours a week. Here are 21 things I did in 21 minutes instead of hating myself today. Made 3 birthday cards, sorted the recycling, called 5 people to tell them that I love them. Watch Modern Family, and then the news. I ate 3 donuts and I wrote this song for you. That was 21 things I did in 21 minutes instead of hating myself today. Created new art that
sonic, and I sound like the product of Yo-Yo Ma and Pollock. Why the radio starved my mind, a Stardust nostalgic I ponder. Is life a lucid dream? Is that the fallacy? I bounce to the beats and b-boys, sentient beings, they dream in decadent noise. But these shapes shift timelessly. Sometimes I want to be Dali up on Poseidon's sea, just riding to my destiny.
Protect me, Papa, he says with a child's innocence. Afraid of the man with the big gun, I'll offer up my 25 cents I earned last week while gardening these flowers and placed them by a stranger's grave. Papa, I promise I'll behave. I just don't want to die by the hands of a man with angry eyes. These candles and flowers protect only our souls. Physical bodies are broken and sold to the war on color of the young and the old. How do you win a war with the world in a blindfold? There's trouble enough at home. His mother prays while crying. I don't want to see him walking to school, worrying about dying. He's a young boy in a world that doesn't understand. Trying to make him grow up faster than he can. Word from every family that hurts from tragedy, and the voice of every living thing is heard in harmony. A voice from every religion, every language ever spoken. The actions of one man don't mean his race is broken. These candles and flowers protect only our souls. Physical bodies are broken and sold to the war on color of the young and the old. How do you win a war with the world in a blindfold? We are on the same team, you and me. You have the power to be all the change that you want to see. If you take my hand, we can take a stand. 'Cause we are on the same team, Team Humanity. We are on the same team, you and me. You have the power to be all the change that you want to see. If you take my hand, we can take a stand. 'Cause we are on the same team, Team Humanity. We are on the same team, you and me. You have the power to be all the change that we want to see. If you take my
inspiration.
And not to let anyone tell you no. And this gala is just celebrating, you know, girls, Girl Be Heard, and Fran Hauser.
And how about you? What does this mean to you?
Well, we're a sponsor with BET Networks, and this is a wonderful, lovely event to get girls empowered and doing their thing. Yeah.
I am so excited about this gala all year. Like, this is my favorite day of the year. Fran also is such an incredible woman and an inspiration about, like, just kind of rising up and overpowering and just being an incredible woman in today. And so I'm really happy to be honoring her, and she's like the coolest person ever. And I'm really excited to perform with these like sisters of mine. So
I really enjoyed it to see my fellow peers up there doing what they do and what Girl Be Heard is about. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was innovative and inspiring, and I hope that they can branch out and see many states so that other women can definitely take a part of the organization.
Courageous they were to get on stage in front of all these people and speak their truth and really be able to write and sing and act and speak as well as they did. Girl Be Heard is a great organization, and donate. These girls really deserve it, and it's a great organization. So happy about all the things that they're doing in the community.
To me, it's very inspirational that girls are like kind of taking over, because like back in the olden days, they wouldn't let women have the jobs that they do now, and so I think that's very empowering to young girls. So,
do you guys look up to these girls?
Yes. Well, not just in my height, but yeah, I look up to them because I think what they're doing is very emotional. I mean, well, motivational is what I meant. Yeah.
I think it means that girls, they can be whatever they want to be, and now that life has changed from girls just sitting there being a man's like person, like secretary, she can do whatever she wants. She can be a policeman, a fireman, anything that she wants.
Are you finding your voice?
Yes.
Yes, I love it.
Girl Be Heard!